Have you ever imagined if one day you were peacefully boating, suddenly the inspection forces appeared and discovered something on your boat that was illegal? Surprisingly, many items that boaters carry every day can cause them serious trouble without them even knowing it. In this video, we will explore seemingly ordinary items that can cause you legal problems while on a boat. And perhaps you'll be surprised to learn that one of them might be sitting right on your boat right now. We will start from top 7. Top 7. Invalid marine radios. Marine radios are almost the most important communication devices on a boat. Many people believe that just having a VHF radio is enough to ensure safety when going out to sea. But what many don't realize is that not every radio is legal to use. One of the most common problems is radios that have not been registered or have not been assigned an MMSI identification code. This code works like the ship's identity on the marine communication system. If your radio is not registered or is using someone else's code, it could be seen as operating under a false identity. Not only that, some long-range communication devices require a separate license to operate. Even if you are not broadcasting, carrying unlicensed equipment can still cause trouble during an inspection. Imagine if an incident occurs offshore and your communication equipment is not properly registered. Will your distress signal be accurately identified? And when inspection forces ask about that equipment, do you have enough documents to prove it is valid? Top 6. Undocumented medications. Most boaters carry a basic medicine kit: painkillers, seasickness medication, allergy medication, or some stronger medications for emergencies. But there is one thing few think about. Some medications that are completely legal in one place can be strictly controlled in another. If those medications do not have clear labels or are not accompanied by a valid prescription, they could be seen as controlled substances. Many people keep old prescriptions in their medical kits just in case they are needed. But when the label has faded, the prescription date is too old, or the origin can no longer be proven, those pills can become a big problem in an inspection. Especially if your medical kit has strong medications or injectable drugs without accompanying documentation. Just think, when an inspector picks up a bottle of medicine of unknown origin and asks what it is, how will you explain? A clearly organized medicine kit with full labels and valid prescriptions not only keeps you safe, but also avoids unnecessary trouble. Top 5. Non-marine standard fuel containers. Carrying spare fuel on a boat is very normal. Many people prepare extra gasoline for small dinghies or backup engines in case of necessity. But the problem lies in the fact that not every fuel container is allowed for use in the maritime environment. Many people still use the familiar red plastic cans sold at tool stores. They look sturdy and perfectly normal when used on land. However, the environment at sea is completely different. High temperatures, constant vibration, and salty air can cause ordinary containers to leak gasoline fumes or even crack and break. Marine standard fuel tanks are specially designed to withstand pressure, limit evaporation, and reduce the risk of leakage. When inspection forces find non-standard fuel cans on a boat, they may consider them a serious safety risk. Just a small spark in a confined space can turn an ordinary trip into a disaster. So the question is, are a few cheap cans worth trading the safety of the entire boat for? Top 4. Expired flares. Flares are one of the most important safety devices on a boat. In an emergency, they may be the only way to attract the attention of rescue ships or surrounding vehicles. But there is a very common mistake many people make: keeping expired flares. Many people think that even if they are expired, they can still work, so they just leave them on the boat as a backup device. In reality, it is completely the opposite. Expired flares are not counted as valid safety equipment. Worse still, carrying them on a boat is sometimes seen as a violation of regulations. The reason is very simple. Old flares can operate inconsistently, burn unevenly, or even explode if damaged. When inspecting the ship, officers do not see backup equipment. They see equipment that does not meet standards. That can result in you being fined or failing a safety inspection. So ask yourself a simple question. When was the last time you checked the expiration date of the flares on your boat? Top 3. Direct overboard discharge toilet systems. A boat's toilet is a system that many people almost never think about until it malfunctions. However, it is this very system that can cause many boat owners to unintentionally violate regulations. Some ships, especially those manufactured long ago, still have systems that allow discharge directly into the water. Previously, this was accepted in many places, but over time, environmental regulations have become increasingly strict. Many areas now completely ban direct discharge. What is worth mentioning is that even if you do not use that function, as long as the system still exists and has not been properly locked or sealed, it can still be seen as a violation. Some ships have reverter valves that allow a choice between a holding tank and direct discharge. If this valve has not been locked in place, it can be considered an active discharge system. And when inspected, that can lead to fines or a requirement to modify the system. The question is, do you really know exactly how the toilet system on your boat is operating? Top 2. Drones. In the last few years, drones have become a favorite item for many boaters. Footage from above can turn an ordinary trip into beautiful movies. But along with that popularity is an increasingly complex web of regulations. Not everywhere allows the use of drones. Many areas near ports, marine reserves, or areas with dense maritime traffic have strict restrictions. In some cases, drones need to be registered or have a license before use. Even in some places, just carrying the device on a boat when entering a restricted area can cause trouble. What makes things more complicated is that laws in each area can be completely different. What is legal in one place may be banned just a few nautical miles later. So before carrying a drone on a boat, perhaps the most important thing to ask is, do you really know if the place you are going allows its use? Top 1. High-powered laser pointers. A tiny laser pointer seems like a harmless item. Many people carry it to point out sail directions, point to stars in the sky, or use it as a signal in some cases. But what many people do not know is that some types of high-powered laser pointers are strictly controlled. The reason stems from past incidents when laser beams were pointed at aircraft or patrol forces. This causes authorities to view powerful laser devices as a potential hazard. The problem lies in the fact that many products sold online do not clearly state the power or have safety certification. You can buy a laser pointer without knowing that it exceeds the allowed limit, and when an inspection takes place, finding that device on the boat can cause you to have to explain a lot, even if you have never used it. So think again. Is such a small item really necessary enough to have to be carried on a boat? Boating brings a sense of freedom that few activities can match. But that freedom does not mean there are no rules. Sometimes just a small item that we do not notice can make the trip troublesome. So take a little time to check again what is on your boat. Who knows, in some cabinet, there might be something that could cause trouble. If you found this video useful, please click like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of the next interesting content. And who knows, in the next video, you will discover more surprising things about life at sea.